Enjoy 1% merchant commission when you accept Lanka Pay cards. Contact these banks today.
අද අපේ රටේ ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රශ්න ආර්ථික ශාස්ත්‍රයට පමණක් සීමා වෙලා නැහැ.
Today, the main issues in our country are not limited to the economic sphere. There are also two major issues in the political sphere. The reintroduction of the 19th Amendment is one of these issues. We, as party leaders, are now preparing the 21st Amendment in this regard. The second issue is to work towards the abolition of the executive presidency. The timing and methodology must be decided by the party leaders. The functioning of the parliament has been paralyzed due to the weakening of the parliamentary powers by the 20th Amendment. The executive has been given more powers. The main allegation today is that the parliament has not acted to prevent the economic crisis. There is an allegation that even though the ruling party had a majority in parliament, they neglected the work of the parliament. Everything was systematically controlled by the cabinet ministers. We do not always have to look at what happened in the past, but there are examples we can follow. Before the independence of Sri Lanka, there was a state council from 1931 to 1947. That state council functioned following the committee system. Each subject was divided into 7 committees. The chairman of the committees became ministers. The 7 ministers had formed a cabinet. In addition, there were 3 officials appointed by the governor. In addition, there was an accounts committee to control public money. At that time, we had the opportunity to carry out this methodology successfully. Now we need to change the structure of parliament and create a new system by combining the existing system of parliament or the Westminster system and the system of state councils. In those cases, parliament can participate in governing the country. First of all, the existing laws need to be strengthened in order to give those powers to parliament in the exercise of monetary powers. Following the example of countries such as the United Kingdom, New Zealand and India, we are proposing a stronger and more powerful law. At present, there are 3 committees on government finance. The 3 committees are the Public Finance Committee, the Accounts Committee and the Committee on Public Enterprises. Leader of the House Dinesh Gunawardana has made several proposals to strengthen the powers of these 3 committees. In addition, we are bringing recommendations forward. We are working to establish 2 new committees on monetary affairs. We will appoint a legal and methodological committee to look into the matter. Secondly, the main problem we face is the financial condition of the banks and financial institutions. There are a number of issues that have been weakened. Under our Standing Order 111, we can appoint oversight committees. No oversight committees have been appointed before. Therefore, we propose to appoint 10 oversight committees. They also report to Parliament on policies. Parliament should act on that. It should also be noted that the chairpersons of these 5 finance committees and the 10 supervisory committees are appointed by backbenchers. They are not appointed by ministers. Therefore, we have the opportunity to work out a methodology that is independent of the cabinet of ministers and works with both the minister and the parliament. The youth are calling for a change in the existing system. They also want to know the current issues. Therefore, I propose to appoint 4 youth representatives to each of these 15 committees. One of them will be appointed by the Youth Parliament. The other 3 will be from the protesting groups and other activist groups. The methodology used to choose these individuals can be decided by the youth organizations themselves. In addition, we hope to involve people with expertise in specific fields in this work. Through this work, young people will be able to learn about problems and provide solutions to them on their own. They will be able to contest elections if they wish to do so. We also propose a national council, a committee consisting of the Speaker, the Prime Minister, the leader of the opposition and the leaders of the major parties is called the National Council. It should be said that the National Council is very important. The National Council can talk about the policies of the country. It can also talk about the decisions of the cabinet. It can also talk about the reorganization of the parliament of this country. If so, it can be called a political body. The National Council has the right to summon the Cabinet of Ministers and the Chairman of Committees. According to the new system we have proposed, the President will be held accountable to the Parliament. The Cabinet of Ministers is also accountable to Parliament. The National Council is also accountable to Parliament. 15 committees and oversight committees are accountable to Parliament. There is a system in place to control the government through the Cabinet, to examine the work of the President, to oversee the work of the political affairs through the National Council, and to oversee the financial affairs and other matters of the other 15 committees. There are articles prepared on this matter. I appreciate that a number of other organizations have made similar proposals.
මේ කාරණය ගැන සකස් කරපු ලිපිත් තියෙනවා. මම කැමතියි සියලු දෙනාම මේකත් සලකලා බලන්න. තවත් සංවිධාන ගණනාවක් මේ වගේම යෝජනා ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ යෝජනාත් සලකලා බලලා අපි එකඟත්වයකට එමු කොහොමද පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ බලතල අනාගතයේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න කියලා.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.